Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I picked up at the time a $10 set of kind of trim clip removers. Real simple design, but decent reviews. They look like, you know, solid material. There are 6 of them here, different sizes, different shapes. I just checked the price and it looks like it's gone up to like 15 bucks, which honestly is not that big a deal for something like this, and I know they're sold under lots of brands. But the finish work is actually pretty good. The strength of the steel for most trim jobs is quite good. As you know, a good set of trim clips can get expensive, but sometimes you want to apply a little force and you might break them. I did that video about the Pittsburgh versus the SnapOn, and one of the things I should have compared it to, here's basically a piece of junk, I thought. This came with a set of trim clips. Sometimes for even less money than what the trim clips alone would sell for, you can get some tools. But I put this in these high leverage Snap-on pliers and was just bending it. It's got some stout to it. The Pittsburgh literally cracked almost instantly when I put some pressure on it, and when I put it in the vise and just started to pry these a little bit to see what would happen. It was so fast. And this one here, it's just steel, it's thin, but I would have to rate this higher than the Pittsburgh, at least the old Pittsburgh. We'll see how the newer one holds up. But anyway, sometimes, and I got some plastic trim clip ones. This is one of my favorites, this giant upholstery clip remover. I just used this the other day to pull out some Subaru tail lights. If they haven't been pulled out in a while, you literally slide them backwards, and sometimes it needs a little bit of assistance. But these are so flexible that they really aren't of a whole lot of use. So sometimes, you know, I worry a little with the metal ones, but these just, you know, they would be good for something else, but I haven't figured out what that else is, because that is just, I mean, you can just fold that over. Just bends without a lot of work. However, these, on the other hand, seem to be much better. Obviously, they're metal, cost a few dollars more, but there is some ply, some flex, like on that one. Could compare that. That's pretty stout. Would I recommend a good set? Yeah, and I've got a good set. But for the 10 bucks I paid, and it came in this bag, I've got a garage set now too, or I don't mind tossing the more useful ones in a tool bag and ignoring the rest. But I thought I'd point these out. They do seem to have a purpose, a place. They are, especially this one here, a fairly stout piece of steel. So I have no hesitations in grabbing it. The finish work, some of these, they're often, you know, rough on the edges. This actually even has some deliberate texturing along the edges, along the points. But for 10 bucks, if you don't have a set, this is a good starter. If you do have a set and you want to keep it as a set, or you don't want to leave it in a vehicle, then this is a good set to do that for. If you've got a set that you are interested in sharing with us, please do. I'm starting to try to conjure up some ideas for a greater tool community, because there are a lot of great suggestions, and sometimes the suggestions are running parallel to the video conversation, because obviously this is one way. However, if I deliberately created some specifics, especially in tool philosophy, designed to create that conversation in the comments beyond just the traditional comments, I'd like to do that. Still working on it. But anyway, that's what I've got today. And with that, Doc out.